everybody, Jeff, your executive gardener. Welcome back to another exciting episode. So I get a lot of questions about pots. What type of pot should I use to grow my plants? So this is going to be a quick episode, and I'll show you what we're going to do. The question is, do fabric pots like this, fabric pots, work better than container pots for container gardening? And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to deal with opinion. I'll show you a fact. I'll show you what I'm growing, my winter tomatoes, which I just started, and I'll show you how each are doing. You be the judge as to what works best. So my conclusion, based on fact, is, if you'll see these here, is that I have two fabric pots here. All three of these are the same exact tomato plant planted at the same time. And the third one, in a regular container pot. So it's a little bit deceiving. So this fabric bag is bigger than this, and this container is bigger than this fabric bag. But you can see by far the winner is this, and I have another one just this size. I didn't bring it out. So if you take a look at this, not only does the plant look greener and healthier, but it's actually already starting. I'll give you a close-up here to shoot some flowers out, which will soon be tomatoes, and you have some underneath. There's a lot of them. So when you grow in these fabric bags, and this one is also shooting flowers out, the fabric pot. This one, which is the container, only has one little bud coming up. But look how much smaller it is than the fabric pot. So my conclusion is that no question about it, fabric pots are much better to grow your plants in. And here's the reason why, is that if you give them the same nutrients, the same soil, the roots have room to expand, and something called air pruning takes place. So the roots grow along the sides of this. This is a fabric pot, and air is allowed to come through here. So the roots grow to the side, air comes through, and it actually helps the plant grow. And again, it's got the same nutrients as everything else, but air pruning, it keeps it healthier. And based on my results, things grow quicker. The plant develops faster because oxygen gets to the roots. Oxygen goes through the fabric, touches the roots on the side, and gives it growth, the roots for the plant to grow. Here, as you'll see, what happens typically is that roots grow to the side of a hard plastic. They get balled up, but they can't get as much oxygen as a fabric pot would, which allows the roots to be pruned by the air. So that's my conclusion, guys. If you're going to do some container gardening, I would go and get fabric pots versus these plastic pots. Plastic pots are going to be cheaper typically than the fabric pots, but these fabric pots can be used again and again. You can wash them out, and the results speak for themselves. Look at the difference. All the same plant, happens to be a dwarf tomato plant, but much different results. So that's my conclusion. Fabric pots better than plastic pots for your container gardening. Thanks for joining me on this quick Executive Gardener episode. Make it a great week.